I feel that he really could use therapy, and this
Oh my
isn't something
God.
I'm saying to you, and I wouldn't say to him.
Okay, I think there's something you're missing though.
What's that?
Who asked? Listen, this is going to get me in trouble with people probably.
Oh,
Look,
because you were spamming the suicide hotline for Destiny fans.
Hey, I'm just trying to help him out. You know, I understand that in this incredibly tough time.
What's the issue? What's the assault that breaks TOS? Is it the use of the word subhuman? Is that what you're going to go for?
Obviously, he
'Cause
called
otherwise
me.
just
No,
called
he
you a
verbally
racist.
assaulted me live on Twitch. He said,
What
called me
is
subhuman
verbal
trash.
assault? I
I'm
asked
just
you,
gonna
what did
ad
you
hoc
say? What did you
calm
say?
you
What did you say?
all
What did you
day.
say? What did you say?
Delete the black man's face from the internet.
But he never says I'm a piece of human garbage. Instead, he just implies it the entire time. Yeah, this is yeah. Wow, great, cool. Just laughing about casual assault.
listen, Charmhole, I'm
that's-
going to be honest with you, man. Like, what are you even talking about at this point?
Oh yeah, no. Well, you're racist and you're a piece of. Instead, you'd rather talk about the ifs and whens of, oh, what is a hate raid? Oh, what is a hypothetical? Oh, what is bullying? Oh my God, Destiny assaulted me. Do you want to just say
we were
it out
talking
loud?
about Destiny and Fuentes.
And it's like, yeah, because you're a privileged autistic gamer.
I think it might have had anything to do with all the glitches.
It's called cyberpunk, not cyber perfect.
What up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, thanks, partner. How? I don't know. Got any
All right,
cheeseburgers?
No, I'm just having a coffee, you know? Oh, I don't even know what the fuck that was. I think I just
That
did
was
Australian,
like-
Boston, and English at the same time. Fuck.
Oh.
What's up, guy?
I'm. Oh my God, I'm in a great place right now. I'm having a good time talking to another Destiny critic later.
Oh, nice. The guy you were talking about earlier, or is this another one?
So I spoke to Gremlo earlier. We had quite a friendly conversation. Bit of disagreement here and there, but pretty chill, all in all. This person is Alec Gunter. They were on the panel, and they were basically they basically were saying about Destiny being like, I can't remember the exact wording they used, but they were talking about Destiny's take about the stealthing thing, and you know, being a bit ungenerous with some of the interpretations. So
Weird. No one usually does that. That's so strange for someone to do that to him.
but listen, I know you're a staunch Destiny advocate. I know you don't defend everything he does. Which
Dude,
I think...
it's like I've got his dick glued to the left side of my cheek, man. It's
well, I wouldn't go that far, but
fuck. Well, it feels like it sometimes. So here's the thing, right? You know, I was listening to you earlier talk about how you don't want to be like this constant Destiny defender and all that. And I feel the same way. I don't feel any obligation. Homeboy can defend himself.
yeah.
But it's one of those things where like I have enough of a voice in this space that it's, you know, when you watch something, when you watch a cop movie, you ever watch Training Day?
Yeah.
And you know where fucking the lead guy is getting really fucked over by Denzel Washington and there's nothing he can do because everyone's in on it?
Yeah.
It's that kind of frustration where you're like, fuck, man. So I'm watching all this shit happening. I'm watching this motherfucker lose his platform on Twitch, the inability to now go on all these other panels to engage with all these people. And it's all over shit that's been trumped up and outright lies. And people are just feeding into it. There's a tweet that happened today. Do you see that guy who tweeted yesterday, like, I can't believe Alex Jones interviewed me like 6 years ago or something like that? Do you see that tweet?
No, I didn't actually. What's that all about?
Okay, so it's like this picture of this boy, and I think the image title is hold on, because I want to make sure I'm reading it exactly right. The image title is "Idiot Kid Thinks Trump is Gay," and it's an Alex Jones video, right? But the guy tweeted it last night, and I saw the tweet going viral. And he says, "I still can't believe I was interviewed by the Alex Jones show back in 2016." But you know what shows up in my feed today? About 2 hours before he tweeted that out, he tweeted the same image and said, "The power of Twitter is that I could just lie and claim I was this kid and probably get 200,000 likes."
Oh my God. Wow.
That tweet only has 200 likes. The tweet I'm talking about has like 15K or something like that. Obviously not 200,000, but you get the point, right? People just see this shit and they eat it up. So when people are painting this narrative about Steven, that he's all these things, and lying about it, and it's just getting momentum, ratio. It's infuriating to watch it happen, especially when you know they're being uncharitable or outright lying. So that now that the fact that I can actually speak up and a few people are going to listen, it's like, okay, I might as well, right? And so, sorry, that was a really roundabout way to say I don't like how much, point I've been running. He doesn't need it, but it feels really shitty to not say anything when you see people explicitly doing shitty shit and lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I know there's really nothing to say to that.
No,
That's
no.
me using your
Yeah.
platform to vent.
No. Listen, I'm all good for venting. I just I think that because the difficulty for me is I don't know. I'm kind of like I like an idea of fairness, right? And I think even though Destiny can be an ass, like he gets he gets treated so unfairly, and I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
god, yeah.
fucking hell, like. And I think sometimes you just look at it and you're like, but aren't you seeing it from the other side? Like, yeah, I get it. He's been a fucking obnoxious twat, but fuck me, does he not get a lot of shit the other way? Like, come on. But people don't seem to want to admit to that, you know?
No, of course not. And some people are. I mean, so here's the thing. A couple days into this, I wanted to talk to Keffels.
Yeah.
She blocked me. I had one interaction with her, which was me saying, like, I said something pretty sincere, and then I saw her follow up where she was like reaching to the terms of service to Twitter, trying to rat out the account. And I was like, oh, never mind. This person's just a cry bully. And they blocked me. But I wanted to talk to them. But the reality is this: they, by that point, were just too far in, right? I could have made every argument that you, regardless of you, Chud, regardless of your criticisms of him, could have said that is solid shit. There's no walking around it. At the end of the day, this disproves or whatever. That person is now to the point that they can't honestly engage with it. They're too far in. And that happens way too much in this space where people are too far fucking in, and then they can't be honest. And then we just get this cycle where people are like, well, they had to, right? And I feel that's kind of where the situation is. They just went too far, too far.
I think there is further complexity though. So, as an example, when it comes to Keffels, like Destiny has been quite cruel to like people that are friends with Keffels. So,
Mhm.
I think that there can be a level there where it's like, again, it's like I said before, but there's this level of antagonism, and it's like an escalation that happens, and you sometimes can't even establish who struck first. You know, it's like you'd have to go back potentially hundreds of tweets to figure out who actually struck first. You know, and I think
True,
this is
yes, there's that complexity to it. Absolutely.
and I think that one thing that Destiny sometimes fails to do is to contextualize that. So you look at a tweet where he looks like a fucking absolute schizo poster, calling someone a pedo, and yeah, of course
Yes.
that's wrong, regardless of how you slice it. And I think that the reality there is there's a reason for that extreme antagonism, and it's rooted in the past interactions with this peer person that most people aren't going to see. So yeah, I don't know.
It frustrates me that like a lot of this just seems to come down to him being an asshole. And while I'm frustrated by him being an asshole because I think he could do a lot better for himself and the space if he wasn't so inflammatory, I think that would be very, very good for him to be able to engage with this space without that kind of hyperbolic, quick to anger, whatever shit, right? Because at the very least, it takes away the ammunition that these people have against him to justify their irrational hate of him. But it's still frustrating when like I can acknowledge all that, and still at the end of the day, everyone's problem ultimately comes down to he was mean. And it just seems very stupid to, oh, well, that justifies us going after his platform and ruining a significant portion of his business because he was mean. When these people do mean shit all the fucking time.
I think the problem we've got is there's always like a level of justification attempted with certain levels of meanness, where it's like, well, this person is a bad person, therefore it's acceptable to be this and that to them, right? It's like that quote I always talk about. And yeah, like you say, it doesn't help when like you are being fucking a dick and not.
Oh yeah, no, he
justifying,
does
you know?
himself no favors.
Yeah.
I honestly like. You ever heard him talk to someone about therapy and them say, "Do you ever consider going to therapy?" And he's like, "I think therapy is a good tool to use when you need to help getting through handling certain situations in life." I feel that he really could use therapy, and this
Oh my
isn't something
God.
I'm saying to you, and I wouldn't say to him. No, no, I mean genuinely, like think about it. Think about like the way he interacts on Twitter has been
Okay.
damaging to himself. The way
Yeah.
he reacts to certain situations has been damaging to himself. So either he is completely okay with it, which I think he would even say he's not okay with what's happening to him right now. Or he, it's like, yeah, I get it. He doesn't want to capitulate. He doesn't want to give in to all these people. But at the end of the day, like he does ultimately have the ability to engage in a way that doesn't stoke these coals as much as it does. And maybe he is just so his what do you call his principles are so against that in any capacity that it really isn't a matter of therapy. Someone being able to like rationalize with him and say, hey, maybe this is healthy. Here are some tools to use to, get you in a good headspace before you run to Twitter. Like maybe he really has thought through that to the extent that that no one is able to help him. But just to me, you ever watch House?
No, but I know the concept.
Okay. I've always loved that show. And I kind of realized not long ago, Steven is very much like House. He does what he wants. He has a pretty good reason behind everything. He operates on a level of like cold analysis that gets him through life the way he wants to get through life. But there are all these trials and tribulations that kind of, show the incompatibility of that way of operating with the rest of the world, right? And throughout the show, very especially in the earlier seasons, he never like he always gets away and in the end. Like in season 2, he gets pulled over by a cop because he left a thermometer in the cop's ass for like 3 hours or something like that. And he gets pulled over by the cop, and the cop busts him for narcotics. And then the cop starts rummaging through his life because he's a Vicodin addict. And the long story short is, in the end, he ends up getting off. Spoiler alert! Sorry, it's a 20-year-old show. He ends up getting off in the end, and there's no real lesson learned. There's no real remorse. There's no change of character. But near the end of this series, it actually starts to impact him in such significant ways that he's losing significant people from his life, heading down self-destructive paths. And ultimately, his final act of goodness is that he gives up his medical license to be with his friend before he dies of cancer. Never able to return to society in America because he's faked his own death, let alone be able to return to medicine, which is what he loves the most. So all
Okay.
that to say is that I think that Steven's kind of going through those earlier season things, and I really wish he would like start to engage with society the way society exists rather than kind of bucking against it this much.
Okay, I think there's something you're missing though.
What's that?
Who asked?
I'm sorry, I talked too long, didn't I?
I had to do it to you. I had to do it to you.
It's all right. It's all right.
I couldn't resist. I couldn't fucking resist. Okay, it was there. I had to do it. Okay. Oh my god, it was too good. No. Okay. Right.
All that thoughtful thought, and then he's like, "But who asked?" Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna say something else. This is kind of
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, rip me apart. Let's do it.
Right. Listen, this is going to get me in trouble with people probably.
Oh, let me
Look,
Astrolube, get that out.
No. Listen, I'm not going to have a go at you. Okay, it's not about that, right? I've already listen. There's been enough bloodshed already. Okay. No, what it is. So the thing is the reason that, because obviously I've been watching Destiny for a long time. Since 2015, 2016, and he is at least somewhat responsible for like presenting things in a different way and moving me away from some of the Sargon types and stuff, along with like Sean, H-Bomber Guy, Breadsheet, whatever, right? And I think that one thing, and this comes across, I think, when we do interact with each other, is because we are kind of both millennials, is like, I remember being in the Xbox lobbies and being edgy and saying all the shit and da-da-da. And I think there's an appeal to that, I think there's that appeal of being, an edgelord and saying shit. I mean, some of his old tweets are way worse than they are now, and people kind of want to remind everyone of that, and they were pretty bad. Like the lit you say, like that was a fucking pretty spicy meme even for the time. And yeah, I think that's where a lot of the appeal comes from, is just the fact that, he will say the things or push the ideas that people want to say but are maybe somewhat afraid to say or feel they're going to get some sort of pushback for saying, and they kind of end up living their life vicariously through him because he'll say the spicy shit. So my point is I think his audience likes it and he enjoys doing it, whilst I can maybe see some of your points with the therapy memes. I mean, I don't know. I don't like to speak to him better than me. So I don't want to speak to that myself. But like, I think that like, yeah, he probably, and his audience gets something out of it, so I don't know.
And I want to be really clear. I love that he says all those things, like as far as the things that people usually won't say because it's uncomfortable or that'll push against the grain. I don't have a problem with the counter narratives that he'll go into, or the counterfactuals or whatever you want to call them. I don't mind that at all. What I mind is like the tweet that you brought up this morning. Like you and I both kind of agree that he shouldn't have tweeted that. The one about the grooming thing, right?
Yeah.
That was just that, and the other one that was kind of weak. And one of those, not the grooming one, but the other one, he kind of said himself like that was weak, and he didn't want to go into that because he doesn't know enough. But Like those kind of things, like the tweets that it's like, did you have to do that? Did you have to say that? Do you have to blow up this 100 follower account for like because they poked at your thing? Like, is that a good look?
I mean,
Those
he's
are
clearly
little
doing it.
things.
It's like jokification mode, right? Like he's jokified. He doesn't care. He's lashing out, and
Yeah,
what can you do?
it's
Like
just one of the
know,
But
punish
we
Stephen.
can at least agree, even if we don't like want to say you ought to go to therapy or any shit like that. We can't say like, hey, this isn't healthy. Like you're obviously hurting yourself, and this is something that again, even once you make it past this and back up on Twitch or whatever, this is something that's going to be used against you, and it's going to hurt you. And I don't think he has that long term outlook, especially when it comes to Twitter. I don't think he thinks 30 minutes down the road when he makes a tweet.
Yeah,
Unless it's like
yeah.
something blatantly where he's like, "Oh, I know this would be too bad, too spicy," and then he'll talk about it in chat, but he won't tweet it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's difficult as well. Like I'll see takes from people who I'm mutuals with or friendly with, and I'm just like, I'm sure they think the same about me. They're probably looking at me, sort of, defending Destiny or think people got stuff wrong about Destiny. They're pissed off with me, and I kind of look at them and I'm like, this just isn't fair. This isn't true. But then I think like Destiny's been really cruel to these people, or like been harsh to their friends, but then they've been harsh to him, and I'm just like, I don't even know who is responsible at this point. So like, I don't even know what to say, and I just try and stay on my stream and I talk about what I want to talk about. If anyone disagrees with me or think I'm being too generous in any way, I'll speak to them. But I just, on Twitter particularly, I try and avoid the shit fighting. It's just too much for me. I'm just like, I just want to post memes and be a bit spicy myself sometimes.
I just want to grill.
Yeah, exactly. And this is my outlet. A
Speaking
long
of
time
grilling.
ago. Go on.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, you go.
So you were talking with Dario about Dylan's thing, right?
Yes.
Which is actually what made me want to come in here, but I can't keep Destiny's dick out of my mouth. I just went out to Korean barbecue with Dylan as like a farewell, and I think that those claims are so stupid. Like at the end of the day, Dylan, for all intents and purposes, with the type of coverage he does, like fuck the hippy dippy thing, with the type of coverage he does, for all intents and purposes, Homeboy's an independent journalist. So the idea of an independent journalist like seeing an opportunity to go give important coverage to something that needs as many eyes on it as possible, he's going to be making content and getting kind of the sort of things that he could sell or that another big news outlet would take up. That's what an independent journalist does. No one would be fucking calling him. No one was calling him that when he was going to the BLM protests. No one was calling him that when he was going to the riots in DC. No one would call him that if he had been I don't know, pick your social event of the or social justice protest of the last 2 years. No one would have said that if he went and did that. But now this is the one where they're like, well, no, this coverage is bullshit, and you're just war profiteering or war touring. Like it's really stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Dylan can do what he wants with his money. It does seem a bit weird. It seems a lot of these people are like ideologically motivated to just shit on Dylan because they don't like his foreign policy takes or whatever, which is fine, I guess. Just don't take them too seriously. But yeah, sure, I agree. I think there's nothing really wrong with it. It's his own money, he's saved up. I don't really know anyone can complain.
Yeah.
I think Dario wants to talk to you, and someone else wanted Jude.
If you're cool with that.
Jude also said they wanted to come in too. So I don't know if they want to come on, hop in the green room, I'll pull you in. Okay.
Yeah, and I always appreciate you let me hijack your platform to rant.
No, it's all good. I appreciate you coming on. You've always got a lot to say, which is good for me.
Yeah, I do.
Right, Dario. Right, you're gonna fight with Lycan, then go on.
No, I just wanted to come in here and suck his dick for a little bit.
Oh my fucking god! Listen, all
Dude,
this.
Lycan, you're so spot on with like almost everything you say, dude. And I just want to say, because I think many people appreciate like lots of people in this space, but I just want to say I appreciate you, Lycan, for
thanks,
the things
homie.
that you say and do. I remember. Because I try not to participate as much in like the Twitch space anymore, but I have it on in the background while I work usually. So usually like watch the stuff, and I remember watching like the when Destiny had his talk with Eris, like the last one, like when she got and like you were trying to facilitate that, and I remember thinking, dude, you're like a trooper, dude. You're like fucking looking out for Destiny and like doing like, dude, you're being such a good friend, and I don't think like people appreciate that. Like, I don't know.
Well, I think it frustrates me when I get called the dick rider thing because, like,
Yeah.
at the same
Yeah,
time
yeah.
there, I was also showing empathy for Eris and, like, trying to
100%.
mediate the situation. So, even in the situation with Keffels, like, I can empathize with the feeling of X, Y, and Z and all these things, but, like, the initial shit that started it all came from a lie that Destiny's community was the one hate rating.
Yeah.
The hate rate itself was trumped up, and then it's Destiny's viewers when again, I haven't seen a counter evidence to this. So Chud or Dario,
No,
you
there
can
is
tell me
none.
if this is wrong.
No, there
But
is
like
none.
what I've seen is that like Destiny did not know about Keffel's existence until after the hate raids, until the
Yeah.
clip about her saying he hate raided.
Yeah.
And she was
Nah,
fighting
I
with
mean,
Ian Miles Chong. So the idea that like, yeah, anyway.
yeah, what happened? So I can tell you what happens, right? And it's like it's actually what I was kind of talking to Chud about, ironically enough, just before this, is like it doesn't make financial sense for them to admit, right? Like that this is what they're doing. But what they're doing is basically what they're saying is that they get some hate viewers which they perceive to be somehow associated with like the DGG type of like viewer, like the I don't know, like the lib or whatever, like however like whatever label they want to put on, like that's what they associate. And because they get those viewers, what they're saying is we have viewers who could be watching Destiny come in and talk shit to us, right? That's what they're saying. But like or like that is what they mean, but what they're saying is I'm getting hate rated by Destiny, right?
Mhm.
And like when people say hate raid, I think 99% of like normal people would think that there's some kind of intention from the streamer there to be like, hey, go and bully this person or whatever.
Welcome
But
to Chud Nation.
nobody can prove that that's happening because that's not happening, right? Like at most what they can say is that we have some people who watch Destiny who come into our community and talk shit,
5
right?
gifted subs.
And that's not hate rating like by any like, and that's
No,
why the disconnect is
exactly.
there.
Like I don't know if anyone here watched the panel with Josie. I think it was Dylan's panel. And Josie's talking about like her mods having to, ban people right now. And the reporting I heard was that it was only a handful of people. And it's just really frustrating when someone says, first of all, here's the thing. It's a public platform. If you talk about someone, especially if you're lying about someone or misrepresenting them, we have a whole community of people that know the idea that it's hate or harassment when people come and tell you you're dumb, let alone now, personally don't just go tell people they're dumb. I might say you're being stupid and then give a qualifier, but either way, someone telling you you're dumb or someone saying you're wrong, here's why, that's not harassment, right?
Nope.
It can be what's the word? It can be
True.
overwhelming, absolutely. But is it
Yeah,
harassment?
100%.
No. Is calling them like making 41% jokes and all that other shit? Yeah, absolutely. But that wasn't happening. Like one person, like they were looking at the logs of her chat during this time. One person out of those that got banned, which were like 4 or something at the time, made an actual transphobic comment. The others were just like disagreeing or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just
Mm.
very frustrating to watch that happen in real time and there be no ability for pushback.
Well, the issue. So I understand, right? And
Sorry. I just want to say, I just looked. It was turned into a circle jerk. I decided to unleash chaos, aka Charmhole. What have you got to say?
Oh, I'm so glad the Charm Chud Alliance is back on. I was so worried that it was broken there for a minute.
Because you were spamming the suicide hotline for Destiny fans?
Hey, I'm just trying to help them out. I understand that in this incredibly tough time of their absolute favorite political gamer, getting permabanned off of such a
listen. Don't use the
important
hard R.
platform
Don't
as
use the
Twitch
hard
is
R here,
just
Charmhole.
Charm, are you a Vosh fan?
no. Why?
He's
anybody who revolves around DGG, like all
Haz
you guys
fan.
here, I'm not a big fan.
So
Like,
wait, he's a Hassan. You're a Hassan fan?
Haz.
No, he's a
Haz.
Haz
absolutely
fan.
Haz.
Infrared.
Well, Haz and Hassan. First off, I just want to say that because of Twitter, I became a lot more sympathetic to Islam, and then because of Haz and Hassan, I'm absolutely ready to convert.
Inshallah.
They've yeah, mashallah. Like they've really shown me the light, and just how religion can evolve. And speaking of evolution, when I see the issues going on Twitch, I see a lot of people not willing to evolve. And they're using their liberal fascism or grammar Nazism in order to stop that evolution, right? They claim that it's for freedom, or they claim it's like, oh, well, it's the streamer's freedom to ban a hate raid. It's like, okay, fucking chill. Like, you want to grow, right? You want to make it big, yeah? Like, yeah, like this is how you do it. You got to get dirty. And there's so many people who fetishize this bleached whiteness of our fucking American culture that has to sanitize fucking everything, right? And the irony is that some of the people who do it best, right, like DGG, they die to their own sword. They get bleached themselves. They're the ones saying, we gotta ban these people. We gotta report these people, like mass reports, creating all these bots to shit on the people who they actually hate, right? Like if you're going to hate somebody, right, the actual force of action that they do is you mass report them. Like if you want to hate raid somebody, you like the first time I got banned, suddenly I went from 5 viewers to 75 viewers instantly. And then immediately after that I got banned, right? That was a hate raid. That's a hate raid.
Habibi, you just hit the nail on the head, because it's so funny that Destiny was being accused of hate raiding. And then what actually happened was he got mass brigaded and reported and then banned.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he was claimed to be a hate raider, but then was the victim of a hate raid.
Yeah,
Curious.
and this is the key here.
I feel like people don't understand how people get banned on Twitch. Like, you don't just get banned for saying spicy stuff or controversial. Like, you get banned if you do that and get mass reported. Right, so there has to be like somebody doing that, like doing.
It's an automated system, and nobody wants to talk about this shit because
it's not automated. Again, that's a myth.
No,
what
do you mean?
No, Chud is right. You're both right. It's in the middle. It's a lot of immediate, like within a short time span, reports are going to send it up the flag, and then someone is going to look at it, and someone is going to ban.
Some real person will hit the X button, right? The don't.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure how Twitch works. Now we've just seen this case where a streamer who literally, on Twitter threatened violence against Twitch got their ban rescinded because they're apologetic about it. Like,
that falls under the actual mental health, right? I think everybody can say like, wow, this person needs mental health help, right?
I'm sure a lot of people that get banned do.
Nobody's disagreeing with that.
I'm sure a lot of people that get banned.
But when someone is unapologetic for saying that it's okay to mow down protesters, and then they get unpartnered and then eventually banned, right? Like, I think that's more of that's not a mental health thing. That's a fucking evil thing. And this person is now banned because they're fucking evil. And a lot of people, I think a lot of his fans were sympathetic to it because either they wanted to fix him, like Anavar's like, I can fix him, right? Or like other people are like, I'm just here for the lulz, right? And then there's other assholes who are like, no, I am his warrior. I am his left hand. I will fucking go to Europe and fight for him and his right to be a liberal fucking fascist on this platform. Like it's of course.
Wait.
It's a big group.
We started off agreeing because yes, about the way that hate raids happen and the fact that Destiny actually was a victim of a hate raid, while being accused of hate raiding that he wasn't doing. But now we've kind of pivoted in a territory where it seems that you and I are at our disagreeing point, which is explain again what your issue is with Steven. Well,
no, he lived by the sword and he died by the sword. Right, like
what sword is that? Like what is the full context of his mowing down? Let's go point by.
Isn't he the one who got Fuentes banned off Twitch, and then he platforms Fuentes and gets banned for platforming him? Like,
I don't think he got him banned at all. Like Fuentes gets himself banned.
Yeah, true. No, and Destiny got himself banned too, because as Chud Logic knows, the last time I was on here, I got verbally assaulted by that person. Right, and then he immediately violated TOS basically twice in a row, and then he got banned. Did people mass report my clip of him assaulting me? Maybe. Did I? No, because I ain't no snitch. And I do agree that we need to be as open as possible. What?
What assault happened to you?
I mean, I can. You want me to send you the clip?
You're saying
like, do your
homework, we were talking about. No, tell me who assaulted you.
Oh my God, Destiny assaulted me. Do you want to just say
we were talking about Destiny and Fuentes, so I needed clarification. Now, when you say assaulted,
Okay, so I have a video on YouTube of when I helped Fuentes get banned off Discord, right? And it was definitely a meme, right? But we're on the politics.gg server. Shout out Doobie, right? And discord.gg/politics. And they were interviewing Fuentes, and everything was real touchy-feely, like touch and go, like, oh no, it's Fuentes, he's a real spicy boy, you know, be careful, right? So finally they kept letting him on, and they did people interviews, and I went on there and I just asked him, I was like, what about your evil fucking followers, right? Like, it's pretty clear that you guys are channeling 4chan's worst of the worst. Like, you're literally stealing their culture, right? Internet culture, and making it your own for like this hyper edginess. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he proceeded to violate TOS because he said, yeah, they probably do violence in the name of me. Like, okay, and like, he didn't care. And then he immediately got yeeted off fucking Discord by admins who were probably in on it.
So that's
like the same thing happened to fucking Destiny. Like,
well, no,
I got banned from Destiny's chat because I celebrated Derek Chauvin going to prison. This guy is the guy who got unpartnered famously for saying some bad shit.
Wait. What's your name in Destiny's chat?
I'm always Charmhole everywhere. I don't have alts because if somebody bans Charmhole, they don't deserve Charmhole.
Just Charmhole? Or is it spelled weird with anything?
It's always Charmhole. It's always me. I'm always myself.
CHARMHOLE?
Holy shit, yes. Yeah, if
you're looking at the
Russell logs, yeah, have fun looking up the logs because it's like, I don't lie about this shit. Like,
okay, well,
look it up.
All right. Anyway, I'll look that up later. Point is,
also, Chud, could you please friend me on Steam? It's also Charmhole. Can I just gift you Vampire Survivors on fucking Steam? It's $3. I will.
I'll buy it. You don't know. Listen. Focus on the conversation at hand. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Tell me what he assaulted you on. Like, did he just verbally berate you for a take?
Look, oh my God! Look here. All right, here. I'll post it in chat. Here we go. Hold on. Let me get the clip. Let me wait. Is it still? Okay, hold on. All right, so it's actually a clip from Chud's channel. It just happened not too long ago, right? Where I was on here and I was trying to talk some spicy shit, and guess who fucking came on? The big boy came on the stream, and he had some real spicy shit to say about me, which was all projection. He literally verbally assaulted me, and then he fucking violated TOS. There you go. I've just posted it in chat officially.
When you say, hold on, okay, Chud, can you watch this on stream?
Certainly. Let's have a little Billy Butchers and see what's going on, shall we?
Thanks. All right. Everyone be quiet while Chud does this.
Did you just say Billy Butchers?
Just listen.
He's British. He can't help it.
What is the evidence for like all of the war crimes and everything being committed? You say killing, but I mean, it's a civil war, so obviously there's going to be killing.
Indeed.
But didn't like Ukrainians themselves, like the president, say that it wasn't a civil war so they can continue getting IMF loans?
It's not really relevant to what we're talking about.
Wait, 14,000 Ukrainian civilians died.
I'm here, Destiny.
I'm never talking to the Charmhole guy. He's like been outwardly racist to people. That's not the guy you're talking about, right? It's the Haz Fan you're talking about.
Listen, Charmhole, sorry, you're getting cut, bro. Catch you later.
Like, that guy is actually subhuman trash. He's like one of the worst. I don't know how he's not permanent on this platform. Like, the dude was like openly racist towards Trihex when I was chatting with him. The guy's like fucking insane. Like, he's actually.
I know he
crazy.
is, but he's good content sometimes, you know.
He is. But if I'm having a serious conversation, I'm going to kill myself. Here in the same
that's fine. I'll let. By the way, just
I'm not trying to whatever.
No, don't worry about it. It's all good, mate. Okay, right, there we go.
I am going to seek congressional resolution from the United States Congress to have a nuke dropped on my house because I cannot kill myself in the appropriate fashion that is deserving of. What the fuck is that clip? That was not assaulting you. He called you a little bit of subhuman, a little bit of racist. That's it.
And it was on point. Like, everything he said was true. Everything.
Do you think that, what's the issue? What's the assault that breaks TOS? Is it the use of the word subhuman? Is that what you're going to go for?
Obviously, he called me. No, he verbally assaulted me live on Twitch. He said, "Call me subhuman trash."
What is verbal assault?
All assault is verbal. I'm overqualifying the assault because all assault is verbal, but I'm saying verbal assault because I like to overqualify it. But you're
hyperbolizing a disagreement with some harsh language. Chud, you're a dirty.
I'm sorry. Did chat just not hear the same thing that we all just listened to? He literally called me fucking subhuman trash. Then he called me racist to Trihex, which is the absolute fucking most false shit.
If you want to come here and say he lied,
unfriended Trihex because he'd rather say the hard R in private than be his fucking friend.
What did you say about Trihex that made him say that?
Together, and he's gonna call me racist against Trihex, and then you two fucking asterisk MPs are gonna see you DGG fucking orbiters are gonna be like, actually, no, he's right. Like, fucking on what fucking grounds and basis is he right, and how is he not fucking verbally assaulting me? And then he proceeds to violate TOS by saying that he's gonna commit wordly. Then he's gonna say he's gonna commit fucking Sudoku right immediately after that. Which, holy shit, like, you want to tell me that I'm the one who's fucking mentally challenged, that I'm the guy who's a fucking freak?
Chud, I think this guy like, is in fact content, because I don't think he's actually capable of engaging.
Oh, this is what it always is.
Actually, guys, I can't talk about what you're actually talking about. So instead,
I asked you, what did you say? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
What do you mean? What did I say
about Trihex that made Destiny? Because
I didn't say shit about Trihex. He's literally projecting. I'm a fucking 38-month subscriber to Trihex. I literally spam Trigold. Like, hello?
Okay,
that's a fucking tier 2 sub, bro.
Let's just try and chill a bit. Why? Okay, what is the reason that you decide to spam that particular emote? Let's get to that point.
Because I love him, and it's funny. It's like, the reason I spam Trigold is when something epic or fucking awesome happens. If somebody's saying some fucking cool shit, like literally earlier in your chat, I think it was fucking Exotic was like, all right, man, I can't exactly remember who it was, but they were like, whoa, Charmhole, actually, we should listen to you because you have this nuance and you say some really good shit. So I said Trigold at them, right? I literally fucking went Trigold fucking them because I was like, thank you for your based fucking take. Like, hello? How the fuck is that racist? This is exactly why Destiny fucking got banned. And this is why all you fucking orbiters are so goddamn dumb when your fucking lib fascism comes back and bites you in the fucking ass. It's because you go, oh, actually, it's racist to spam tryhards. No, it's just a black dude's fucking face. And you're the one who's projecting your own liberal fucking racism because you're saying, no, we must delete the black man's face from the fucking internet. Like, you can't fucking understand how that could possibly be called racist. You don't understand it because you're coming from the fucking victim mentality, right? You're like, oh, I'm the underdog here. That means I'm right. You do it all the fucking time. All this fucking constant victimhood. It blows me the fuck away. And then you have the fucking gall to say, oh, actually, Josie trying to use their victimhood to say that they're getting hate rated is actually not based and not cool. You're fucking throwing yourself on your own fucking sword, you goddamn morons.
What is the fucking equivalency? Josie is lying about the amount of hate she's getting, and you are sitting here saying that you made a false claim. Those are two things that exist completely different of each other.
You don't
so you
want
can
to
go ahead and defend yourself. If you want to say, hey, there's nothing racist about me spamming this emote, then someone can probably come back and say, there's been a history of people spamming black people emotes when black people are on stream. So it seems a little weird that you do the eggplant emote and black people emote when black people are on stream.
Oh, yeah. No, well, you're racist and you're a piece of shit.
No, see, you can actually say, you can go ahead and say, hey, you know what? I don't think that's racist. I mean,
see what he's
I'm
doing?
spanning his own emote. No, I'm giving you a point to defend yourself, but you didn't come in here doing it accurately.
Right now. You're literally doing a fucking liberal fascism by saying, I like to tone, and what you're like, I must woke scold, I must tone police. Like, you're literally doing it.
No, I'm telling you that you are
Josie
not defending
does
yourself.
It's wrong because why?
All right, listen, this is why. First thing you did, and then being dead serious, the first thing you did was a false equivalency. The situation with you and Destiny is not equivalent to what I brought up about Josie. Second of all, I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you out, brother. Second of all, what you should have done in coming here, instead of saying that he assaulted you, which is not even hyperbole, it's not true. What you should have said is Destiny was here lying about me and misrepresenting me. And then you show how. And then we have a conversation about it. And I can actually say, oh, you know what? I think that maybe he was a little harsh on you and this was misrepresenting you. But instead of doing that, you've come in here acting like a fucking spaz. So then when I have a bunch of people telling me, hey, this guy's just an LOL cow trying to farm, it kind of sounds like it.
Wow, what a fucking nuanced take. Thank you so much. I've learned so much, Lycan. Wow, incredible. See what he does, chat? He's like, no, I'm actually helping you, you piece of human garbage. But he never says I'm a piece of human garbage. Instead, he just implies it the entire fucking time, right?
How do you get piece of human garbage from me
with some emotionality? If I come back at him with any fucking emotional response whatsoever, he goes, whoa, bro, you need to chill. Clearly, you're off your meds, like all this other shit. Like, you come in here like a spaz. You come in here like a spaz because you're getting mad at my fucking... what's it called when you're passive aggressive? You're fucking passive aggressive bullshit. I'm so tired of this passive aggressive bullshit, dude. It happens all the fucking time, and it's why DG got finally Destiny finally got fucking clapped because Twitch was tired of dealing with his fucking passive aggressivism. So was XQC and Hassan. This is why Hassan is fucking king. This is why, because he doesn't do the passive aggressivism. He does the aggressive aggressivism, right? And all these other people come in with their passive aggressive. Actually, I'm trying to help you, but also you're a complete piece of shit, right? And then everybody listening, especially kids, they'll be like, oh wow, they're trying to help him, right? Because they'll just take him for their word, right? Because they're idiots and they don't understand nuance. They don't understand like how, you know, things can have two sides and automatically be hypocritical. They don't understand how sometimes questions can have two answers, right? And that's what they fucking feed off of. It's what Destiny feeds off, DGG feeds off, half of fucking Twitch poll feeds off of. It's what the American fucking public school system feeds off of. It's what academia feeds off of. It's what liberal feeds off of. It's this passive aggressive mental fucking fascism that you can't understand, because if you did understand, you'd realize that you're just as bad as all the conservatives and all the people you fucking demonize every goddamn day.
Postmodern neo-Marxism.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I understand why your name is Charmhole, because you seem like an individual that walks around and all bits of charming that you ever encounter are just absorbed into your Charmhole, and you espouse it wonderfully in such an erudite, beautiful way when you appear on stream. And I cannot, for the life of me, imagine why someone thinks you're a racist, let alone anything but a charming, wonderful, kind individual. And it's been very nice
true and
engaging
based.
with you.
Did you follow me on my stream? Did you follow my stream?
No, because you're
I
racist.
accept your submission. Thank you. All right. Sorry, Chud. Content over. I accepted it. He folded, so I win. GG. Another GG for Charmhole. The Chud Alliance is back on.
You remind me of Haz quite a lot, actually, because no matter what the circumstances are, you just say that you've won. Basically, you walk in, shit over everything, then strut away like you've won anyway.
Yeah, that's literally how it works. Like that's how a battle royale works. You drop in, you shoot people in the head, and then you leave. GG number one. Can I get some Fort Ones in chat? Thank you very much. Like that's literally how it fucking works. He actually unironically, he tried to be ironic, but he very much unironically fucking seceded to me. He absolutely submitted to me. How is it not a submission? Hello?
Do you think, like with all the stuff we saw with Haz, like the height stuff and everything, I had a thought. I think that if Destiny and the rest of the internet, Twitter, Twitch community started bullying Haz enough about his dick size, they could bully him into showing dick pics. Do you think that would work?
I reckon so. I reckon he would eventually.
Yeah, this is wow, great, cool. Just laughing about casual sexual assault. Awesome. Cool.
What?
Good
How
one,
do you
dude.
get from A to B there?
Job,
Holy
bro.
shit.
Incredible, man. Oh my God, I'm dying laughing, dude. Good one. Holy shit, bro. Go watch Family Guy, man. What the fuck? Goddamn non sequiturs with this shit. Coming with the fucking sexual assault non sequitur.
Hey,
okay, Quagmire.
I know you're here to troll, and I know you're here to make jokes, but I try to engage with you seriously, and you just went off the fucking deep end. So I really don't know what to do with you. I'm not good at banter. So whereas someone else like Destiny could turn this into a funny situation and really roast the shit out of you, I can't do it. So I try
actually, no, he can't because he got banned. Damn. Shit,
oh damn! Yeah,
that must
totally
really suck to not be.
Twitter,
you know that means he can't go to TwitchCon this year, right? You know that means if he tries to go to TwitchCon, the big dudes even bigger than fucking Haz will.
You just bitched about non-sequiturs, and then you just started talking about places he couldn't go. What the fuck does that have to do with the conversation?
They'll point at the fucking sign with his face and a big X on it and say, "Sorry, Destiny, you're banned from here because you're a liberal, evil piece of shit."
Good job.
I mean, they might not say that. I assume Twitch bodyguards probably aren't that nuanced when it comes to or they're probably not that understanding when it comes to Twitch poll, or maybe they are. And in fact, I would hope that Twitch bodyguards would be incredibly well versed in Twitch poll, because they would understand that, you know, some unhinged, mentally unhealthy streamers and speedrunners who do post literal threats on Twitter do absolutely need help, and it's much better to help them. You know, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, right? Like you got to be nicer to them, right?
Listen, Charm, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, what are you even talking about at this point? I think your schizo posting has reached new heights in this conversation.
Oh my God, I'm literally talking about how Destiny's banned from TwitchCon, right? And I was referencing the fact that earlier we were talking about a certain streamer who was posting threats on Twitter, and yet they're not banned off Twitch, right? So like,
Well,
the
they
whole
were
direct-
banned, but Twitch took a special dispensation on their situation because of
Exactly.
extenuating circumstances, and apparently they were very apologetic. So do you think
Yeah,
if
of
Destiny
course.
apologizes enough to Twitch, then they should let him back on?
Yeah, if it would take a lot of apologizing, right?
Okay.
Like, and I don't think obviously I think it's pretty clear that he probably hates Twitch. Like he probably loathes them because again, it's like he looks into the mirror, like, right? Like he peers into the black mirror and he's like, shit, I created this and I've been listening to you fucks all day reminisce about the good old times with Destiny and DGG and how back in the day it used to be so much better, you know, when he was talking much faster and much ruder, right? You know, like, yeah, no, he helped cultivate this mess that helped get him banned, right, permanently. And I think he does at least subconsciously know that, so he's ready to pull the ripcord, hit the eject button, get the fuck out of here before it gets even messier. Because I bet if he did stay in here, I bet you'd probably be seeing some very real litigation against him, like some actual like fucking lawsuits like against him, like made against him. Like I would not be surprised, because Twitch has this really weird thing. Like I really don't get it. Dario actually had it right earlier when he was talking about how like the efficacy of hate raids and why it's actually a good thing, right? Because you're talking about there's no such thing as bad publicity. Like you want to obviously completely wholly grow your platform, right? Destiny and his group weren't about growing the platform. They were about winning debates that and making themselves feel verbally powerful, right? They weren't actually about, yo, nice, killed the champ. Oh shit, watch out. So like the entire thing is like he cultivated this absolutely completely toxic shit. He got completely blown the fuck out by Hassan. Hassan takes that toxicity, throws it right back at him, right? And goddamn, he's got a stadium full of people watching him every single day. Just pick out all the little hate raiders in chat and say, hey, I fucked your mother. Hey, I fucked your mother. Hey, I fucked your mother. Like every single fucking day, right? And the people love it, right? So like, yeah, no, absolutely. I think that he deserved what he got. And it's incredible to me that all of these Twitch polls, all of these little DGG orbiters are just like, oh my God, like I can't tell you like how happy I am. Like, thank you. You could have not brought me in. I still would have been happy just getting to hear I'm really important cry about how his favorite streamer got permabans. Don't you remember, Chud? Remember the good times we had with Dem City? Remember? Like, this fucking piece of shit is literally crying on stream. Will he say he was crying? No, but I know he was crying, and it made me feel really fucking good listening to him, because I have been verbally assaulted by these fucking DGGers all the fucking time. And what do I want? I want Twitch to grow. I love Twitch. I love the fact that Rocket League championships, the winter championship had 200,000 people watching it. That's multiple stadiums filled with people all screaming in chat, oh my God, Scrub Killer just dunked on Reddles, right? Like that fucking brings me happiness. I want to see that growth. I love, Chud, the fact that I saw you at under 100 viewers and now you're almost a fucking 1,000. Andy, man, I love this shit. And it's fine for me to get surpassed. I'm not hungry like you. Earlier, you were talking about how you got to be hungry, man. You got to be hungry for Twitch to be the real shit. You got to eat that shit. It's got to be your bread and butter. It's got to be your meat and potatoes to get the fuck in there and get that viewer count up. Me, personally, I view Twitch as more like a dessert. For me, when I go in Twitch chat, I like to go and troll a little bit of Twitch chat. I like to go, try gold 7, salute. You know, I love it. I love going in there and just like saying my shit. I love the Nico shit, right? I love it. It's, for me, it's a fucking dessert. I go in there and I stream my games and I put them on YouTube and I feel real good. I feel real comfy about it, right? And what doesn't make me comfy? Fuckholes who act like middle school fucking principals who go, you can't say that. Actually, you're being an evil person because you use the wrong fucking sentence. You said a bad word. Oh, I said a bad word? Yes, well, I said a bad word in a hypothetical, which makes it okay, because all of my bad words are hypotheticals, which also means I'm smarter than you. Therefore, I never get to get banned. Well, guess what? He's fucking banned. And all these people were absolutely coping. They're huffing that copium because their favorite daddy got banned. Now they're looking at themselves. They're looking at their fucking hands like, oh my God, what if I'm wrong? I might get banned. Like, Twitch is my bread and butter, my meat and potatoes. Now I'm looking at my own hands, fucking shaking, thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lose my $300 a month because Twitch takes 50% of my fucking subs that nobody ever fucking talks about, because instead you'd rather talk about the ifs and whens of, oh, what is a hate raid? Oh, what is a hypothetical? Oh, what is bullying? Oh, what is Twitch shit? Like, you don't care. You don't actually care about growing this shit. You don't actually care about fixing this shit. You don't actually care. You don't actually care, because if you did, you'd be better, but you're not. Because, and this is the reckoning. This is why I'm fucking laughing, because personally, I hate blocking people. I hate banning people. I hate that shit. But when I see something like this happen, and I see this reckoning at hand of all these people looking at their hands going, am I the asshole? Am I the one who did the wrong thing for the past 5 fucking years of my life while I sucked off Destiny? Yes. I'm here to fucking laugh at every single one of these assholes who called me a racist, who called me a KKK member, who called me all these rude ass evil shit with no basis just to piss me the fuck off, who actually really hate rated me, who helped ban me. I'm going to be here and say, ha, fucking ha, bitch.
Oh man, listen. I don't know. Wait, Chud, really quick. Do you have a degree in like therapy? Because I feel like this guy it feels like he thinks
Good
that
one,
this is a
dude.
therapy session. Holy,
I already had
fucking
a stream
shit.
with Anivore, who is absolutely qualified for all
Yeah,
the
she's
therapy. She's been
definitely
helping me
helped
a
you out
lot,
there, huh?
actually.
I bet
Yeah.
she has. Okay, so
Yeah.
you think that because Destiny is gone, that this space is going to be significantly better, that the politics space is going to be better, et cetera, et cetera?
I mean, it already has surpassed him. He literally got fucking owned live on Twitch by XQC, like the gamer dad, right? Like XQC was like, you fell off, you know, like plus L, plus you're white, and fucking Destiny like rage quit. I guarantee you that was probably the moment he was like, you know what, fuck Twitch, I'm done,
Okay,
I'm out of here.
well,
I'm going full live on his own site, probably going to whatever fucking Fuentes shit is, because he
You know,
realized,
Destiny and XQC are good friends, right?
yeah, okay, and he still owned his ass on Twitch, and that's probably why
yeah,
it hurt
he's got
even more,
totally owned
because
it.
he is
Okay,
good friends with him,
so
right?
when we talk about like this space is going to be better without Destiny, and you brought up Hassan, you were really talking up Hassan. When was the last time Hassan had someone from Twitch politics on his stream?
I agree. There's plenty of reasons to criticize Hassan. I think he needs a lot of help. Me personally, the reason, like, if I had to criticize Hassan, that would actually be one of them. Yes, I agree. He doesn't really like, it's political off season though, so that's why I'm going to kind of give him a pass for that, right? Like, he doesn't really give a shit. He'd rather talk about fucking Elden Ring and, you know, fucking chat's mothers, right? Like, with his fucking horse cock. Like, this is just something that he does. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. But if I had to really actually truly say, like, this is the problem of Hassan, like, what is the issue of Hassan?
That's
the
not
fact
what
that
I was. Well,
he
hold on,
is
hold on.
humble.
Before
Yeah,
we
I
go
don't
off-
care. Yeah, well, I
before
don't
we
care.
go off on like
I literally, no, it
I just
is
wanna-
what you were saying. I literally took what you were saying, and I fucking, not only did I expand
you
on it, but I
acknowledge it.
said
Yes,
that I
yes,
don't
yes,
care
yes.
about
You
it.
acknowledge it. Very
So the
good.
entire
Okay,
reason
but
why
the
I
thing,
don't, like, if I had to say Hassan is wrong for something,
I don't want to talk about
it's
Hassan the
because
entire time. Okay,
stadiums
I know
full
that
of
you really want
people-
him to notice you, but this is the thing. He's not
No,
going to,
dude,
because he
I'm
doesn't watch
banning his
people
shit.
that
It's
make
fine.
less, that
Okay.
have less than like 2,000 viewers. Okay, this is the
Okay.
thing.
What?
Can you
What do you
now
have to say,
name a
Sondsol?
single person in Twitch politics who is of any note that isn't connected to Destiny in some way, shape, or form, whether antagonistically or in some sort of other way? Like,
That's like saying, can you name one streamer who isn't connected to Amazon? No, good luck.
wow, holy shit, you just made my
good
point
job,
for me.
dude.
Holy shit.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations. Because Destiny, wrote some fucking back end and an IRC for Twitch 17 fucking years ago, or Justin TV. Like, you're like, oh, we all
No,
must
that's
kneel
not
to
my
him.
point.
Like, who the fuck cares?
That's not my
bro?
point at all. Who are
Oh,
you
well, then
talking
what is your
to?
point? Sorry.
My point is, Destiny actually engages with people that are smaller than him, and he actually goes out of his way to talk to people that are smaller than him to help them gain some kind of platform, right?
And where did that get him? Oh, he's
And-
banned. That's right.
It
Shit, that's
doesn't.
crazy.
You're right. Wait,
That's
hold on. You're
crazy.
actually making my point for me. Holy shit! I'm so
Oh,
fucking
wow.
glad that you're following me so well. So the point is, Destiny will actually go out of his way to talk to smaller creators and help build up their platform,
Yeah.
even if it is at the expense of his own platform. Even if there are things that he
wow.
could be doing better with his time, like talking to XQC
What a
or going
good
and playing.
dude.
I mean, like in this case, it seems like he's a better dude than Hassan. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Actually, I wholly, totally agree with you that in this very specific case, yes, he's doing a better job than Hassan. Dang, look at that gun, brap. So right, okay, yeah, congratulations. You got like one of the few things that he could be commended for. However, if you do kind of take the things that he's been saying, right, the shit like that, right? Again, there's no such thing as bad press, right? He knows that he can go in there and absolutely dominate all of these new kids, all of these new streamers. And that's what he does. He's like saying, hey, you don't have to kneel to me, but this is all about me now because I'm helping you, right? And like you just admitted that you are like, you care more not about the people who Destiny helps, but the fact that Destiny helped at all. That's what you care about, right? So like, yeah, congratulations, you played.
Yeah, because if we're talking about the space of Twitch politics, and we're talking about how people are uplifted by larger content creators, then we're looking at people like probably Dylan Burns and Destiny that are the largest creators that are going to like go out of their way to bring people up. Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that other person is, and Destiny's banned. So when I think about the largest Twitch poll, when I think about the largest Twitch poll, I think Hassan and Mike from PA, because I believe they are technically the ones with the highest.
Yeah, neither of them contribute to Twitch politics like whatsoever in terms of this space.
What? Within this space, I agree. That's crazy that I agree with you that Mike from PA and Hassan don't grow the very Twitch poll that they're a part of. Do you think there's maybe a reason for that?
Why are we giving this
because
idiot
they're
a platform?
clout-hungry
Might as well
goblins
go
who
to the
don't
city
care about
and pick
anything
up a
except for
random
money,
hobo to
despite
ramble.
pretending to be socialists.
Dang, that sounds pretty spot on to me. You might want to take it up to them. I can't though, because I've been
I
banning their
would fucking
channels.
love to.
Yo, champion, let's go.
But they
Get
don't
some
talk
fucking
to people.
subs in chat.
That's entirely the
Some
entire
claps
point
in
that I'm
chat.
trying to make here. Is that you're
Champion,
saying that
easy
it's really
peasy,
good
baby.
that Destiny is gone and that you're laughing about all of that shit. But
So-
he's the
wow,
only person
that's-
that constantly
oh
goes
my
out of
God,
his way
your
to uplift
one
small
point
creators.
is
Charmhole,
like your one
Charmhole,
point-
Charmhole, listen.
That's like that
Listen.
that one point is really,
Can I
really
respond
important.
to him? His
Well,
one point
you've
is like has
spoken
is,
like 90%
Yeah,
of the time.
listen, look, this is obviously a
What?
shit
What?
show, right? I don't mind it being a shit show, but for fuck's sake, Charmhole, can you just let him
What?
respond a little bit, please? I beg you.
yeah. Congrats on your dub, by the way.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's get some subs and bits for that. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sounds please.
Hey, thanks a lot.
So
Songs
if you
songs?
agree that the
Lick and
Twitch
play
politics
Wonderwall,
space,
lick
you
and
know,
play
not
Wonderwall,
just
lick and
fucking
play
Hassan and
Wonderwall,
Mike from
lick and
PA,
play
who don't
Wonderwall,
engage
lick and
with the
play
broader Twitch
Wonderwall.
politics space, right? But like everybody
Yeah.
else that is involved in this area of Twitch, if the only person that is like large enough to help actually build a viewing or a following on Twitch is Destiny, and he's gone now, does that not then logically follow that him being gone is a bad thing?
No. And in fact, now that you've talked about this so much, I'm changing my position. Now I actually think it's great that Hassan and Mike from PA do not cannibalize Twitch poll, and in fact try to go outside of their boundaries, the Twitch poll boundaries. I appreciate them for never ever rating anybody who's lower than them on Twitch poll, right? Which is why Frogan and Keffels are literal who's, right? Oh wait, Hassan did raid them, and now they're big now. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's so weird.
So because those
That's
people
weird how
got
that happened.
spite raids to spite
Oh wait,
Destiny, that
people know who
automatically
Ico
makes
is,
them...
right? How do they know who Ico is? Oh yeah, that's right, because Mike from PA rated him. Dude, that's crazy. What the fuck? That's crazy. Like it turns out
Ico
that your
is a
entire fucking
what?
argument is absolute garbage.
100
That's
viewer
crazy.
Andy?
I'm sorry, what?
Ico is 100 viewer Andy? Not to like,
Wow,
disparage her,
this
but
ain't about her, bro. Like, this is about
Then why
the
did you bring her
clout
up?
sharking. This is about the clout sharing, right? Like that was your point. Like your one redeeming quality of the man who was banned is that he clout shared sometimes.
do you think that a
Like,
raid
what a
is
weak
an
fucking
adequate
argument.
way? Wait, hold on. Do you think that a raid is actually a legitimate way of growing someone's platform?
How is it
Do you think
not?
that because
What?
just because you raid into someone doesn't mean that those viewers are actually going to stay and watch that person.
Okay, let me put it in a I know you guys love hypotheticals, so
Yeah,
let me give you a little
yeah, but-
hypothetical, okay? Let's say that there's a stadium full of people, right? And you're like, man, I want to sell some boba tea. How do I sell boba tea? I know, I'm going to set up a little shop, a little stand outside of the stadium full of 40,000 fucking people. Are you going to tell me that the moment that sporting event is over, they're not gonna sell a lot of boba tea.
In that one instance, yes, but does that mean that they're going to have
So
like
they
a
will.
consistent,
Okay.
does that mean that they're going to have a
Interesting.
consistent market that they're going to be selling to all the time now? No.
Yes, absolutely. The next
No.
week, in 2 weeks from now, when they have another fucking match at the same stadium, if that boba tea person isn't there and somebody who had boba tea before comes back, they're going to be like, dang, where'd that boba tea go? I want that boba tea, right? And
Not
what's even
necessarily.
more
What are
incredible
you
about your
talking
fucking
about?
hypothetical, or like your entire reasoning as to why
The
Destiny
the
isn't even a
whole
good
point of
what?
this is that
What?
when you get rated, yes, there are going to be people that know who you are now, but that doesn't mean that you're automatically sharing
Let
in
me
that
pose you
entire
another
audience of that
hypothetical.
person. And
Let's
most of
say
those people
Charmhole
aren't
is a
going to know who you
retard.
are the next time they
Oh.
fucking log onto Twitch, right?
Oh,
I
you're
have been,
right. You know
I
what
have
we
been
should
rated,
do to
I have been
test
rated
this?
by Mr. Hassan Abi, all right? But that doesn't mean that any of his audience stayed around in my fucking chat. That doesn't mean anything. However, I have been platformed by Destiny. I have argued with Destiny before. I have agreed with Destiny and been on the same panel as him, arguing on the same side as him. And because of that, more people know who I am than just getting a raid from him and then him fucking off.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. So you're saying, right, that it's nice to share Twitch poll, right?
It's nice for people who are larger creators to help smaller creators grow a community. Yes.
I agree. Chud Logic should raid Charmhole after he's done today. That's such a good point, Sondsol. Wow, thank you. I agree wholeheartedly with everything you just said.
No,
Awesome.
he's doing much more for you by having you on his show and actually platforming you.
But he could be doing a little more,
Everybody
right?
be
Like how
sticking your
Destiny
schizo
went the
fucking
extra
post in-
mile. Because if anything, I would say Chud Logic's probably the new Destiny, right?
I mean, you could definitely make that argument if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Sure.
you could.
This person getting ban based on their Reddit.
I don't know what the point of it is, but
Based.
like you're making my point for me again. Like, yes, the fact that
Oh,
Chud Logic is having you on his stream, however fucking psychotic and schizo you are, right? It is going to help your platform if you're actually trying to like build one. Yes. Because
yes.
everyone's going to think, oh yeah, there's this fucking lunatic Charmhole who's like
Don't
called people
rage,
the N-word live on
Charmhole.
people's streams and like made fun of sexual assault
Proof.
survivors.
Proof.
I mean, I don't have the clip on hand.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, no, you're right. And also to your point of schizophrenia, Hans actually made a really good point about this. And he said that a lot of people, like, who was asking, he's like, is it true that a lot of people can't actually understand? Thank you, Provoke Brittany, for the follow. I really appreciate that. I can't wait to get on there and debate with you. Or not you, but your people you help debate. No, so, like, again, like, he talks about how a lot of people can't imagine a rotating apple in their head, right? Like if you close your eyes and try to like imagine something. So me personally, I have the assumption, or I have the maybe theory or hypothesis that since a lot of people actually can't talk to themselves, they don't have an inner dialogue, that then that would suggest that anybody they do hear have an inner dialogue, right? Especially me, who's so openly, I'm very open about the
I'm
inner
sure you hear
dialogues
a
that I
lot
have,
of
and I-
voices
and
in
I
that
will
head, buddy.
even have a conversation with myself out loud, right? People go, oh, that's schizophrenic. And it's like, well, I don't think it's schizophrenic. I think it's indicative of having an inner dialogue or even an outer dialogue that a lot of people are actually incredibly depressed over and upset about because they can't imagine themselves having a conversation with themselves. So then anything that would be close to that would be considered schizophrenia. So I'm glad you brought that up. And also, how could I be both schizophrenic and subhuman? That doesn't really make sense because you wouldn't say a dog or a monkey is schizophrenic,
Well, hold
right?
the
Because
fuck
they
up.
can't
Wait,
even communicate, right?
I
So
had
if
to, I had
anything,
to
if I'm
turn down
schizophrenic,
Lycan
that
because
means
of
I'm
his guitar.
like,
Did was he the one that was
I'm
calling
like
you subhuman?
superhuman,
Who
right?
the fuck said subhuman?
Destiny
it
said
in the old
subhuman
clip.
in the literal clip that I gave you earlier. I guess you didn't watch
Yes,
it.
Destiny said he's subhuman and a racist, but I mean, I really
Right.
don't want to, unless we need to, have the rehash of the fact that subhuman is not a insult that gets immediately associated with anything. So therefore, it's not something you need to be like really fucking, as if he said like the K slur or some shit.
I mean,
Like,
but it is what it is, right? So if he says I'm subhuman, how could I just don't understand. How could I both be schizophrenic and subhuman at the same time?
I think
be like
subhuman.
we
I
all
think
can have
that-
multiple problems.
Yeah, okay, but when the problem, okay, look, I agree, we can have multiple problems and there can be multiple answers to one question, but when they like when they permanently conflict in a way that's like seemingly impossible, right?
Well,
Like
I mean,
I don't
hold on.
understand
If I
how
was
you could
talking
be
about I
both
don't know your
subhuman and
politics because you're
schizophrenic.
all
Don't
over
you
the
need
place.
to
But
have
if I were to say something like,
hello?
this Nazi guy Nick Fuentes is a subhuman, would you have a problem with that?
Fridge Danmio says, does Charmhole think Destiny's a transphobe? No, I actually think he's transphilic. But I'm sorry, what was your question again, Lycan?
If I called a conservative Nazi, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to conflate the two. If I were to call a Nazi a subhuman, would you have a problem with it?
You can say whatever you want, baby. I told people all the time, I hate banning people. I hate blocking people. I hate doing that. I
Then what
used
was
to
the
do
point
that
of
on
bringing it
Facebook,
up
and I
and
feel bad
being
about it because I
celebrating
used
his
to like
clapping?
what?
He's performatively caring about the subhuman bit because he wants people to go and watch his stream. I guess if he's streaming now,
Yes,
is
I
that
am
what you're
streaming.
trying to do?
Shout out Charmhole. Go ahead and put that in chat. Go ahead and follow me right now. Again, thanks for all the follows since I've been watching. Thank you again, Chud Logic. Called you Chudhole. The Chudhole Charm Logic Alliance is back on, and I really appreciate
We're
it.
back on, baby. We're making content together. Everyone's having a great
I love
time.
it.
There's literally no one in chat saying this is terrible content. Why are you doing this to us? Everyone's saying this is the best content I've ever seen. So yeah, it's going well.
Yes.
Obama.
Awesome. Obama.
Wait, what was
Thanks,
the sound?
Obama. Thanks, Obama. Hey, what is that whole Obama thing, by the way? Like, I don't get it. Like, is it just a funny little play on his name? Is that what that is? Also, when did they add vehicles to Apex? What the fuck?
I think it's a racist thing. It's come from Destiny's community, so it's probably racist, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
they put
See,
the N
unlike
in there
me,
for a reason.
where
It's a
I try
dog
to be
whistle to the N-word. That's
raceful,
why.
right? Like, I try to be raceful, whereas they just try to be racist. It's very sad. Very sad. I wish they could be better. I wish they could build back better their own brains, but they don't, because they know that if they stay on the course that they're currently on, not only will they have just be like always right, but they'll continue being comfy, right? Like, obviously when you say, oh, Hassan and Mike from PA, they don't want to shake their own boat very much. It's like, well, yeah, obviously, clearly they don't. They're getting paid thousands of dollars. Like, Hassan's literally a millionaire, and if he got into crypto, he could be a billionaire, right? Like, very easily, right? Mike from PA, the exact same fucking thing, right? Like, it's like they have these abilities now that they're on a very precarious situation, right? Whereas Destiny never gave a fuck, and that was part of his appeal, is he'd be like, I don't really give a fuck, also here's a fucking rape analogy as a joke, right? And it's like everybody claps and everybody goes, whoa, I can't believe he said that, followed, right? He's like, yeah, no, of course he didn't give a shit. Like, that's obviously why he was fucking banned, because he didn't give a shit, because he didn't apologize like that other streamer apologized for saying the horrific shit that they said on Twitter, right? Like, this is the fucking key difference here. This is why I am better than Destiny. This is why I'm better than XQC, is not only because I can out-debate these guys, but I can also out-debebate them while I play video games.
Well, you have an advantage. You have 14 people speaking in your head. You're constantly feeding you what to say, dude. You have an advantage. There's 14 versus 1, right?
Again, if I could give Destiny one fucking piece of love, right? If I had to say, like, Destiny, I love you for this, right? Honest to God, and this is why I was banned from Mike from PA server, is because I said that despite everything, Destiny can fucking have a crazy ass Twitch poll hyper fucking debate with people lower than him while clout sharing, while also getting a pentakill in League of Legends. That's fucking impressive no matter how you look at it. Because if you ask Chud Logic right now why he isn't absolutely ass blasting us with fucking verbal content while he's shooting heads on fucking Apex, he'll probably say something along the lines of, it's really hard to do. It's hard to multitask.
You
like
do
that.
this.
So I gotta give it to
I don't
Destiny.
know how much of this is
Good
performative,
job, Destiny.
but you start streaming. That's good. I'm happy for you. You're out here doing stuff, but then you'll go on these tangents and you'll say a bunch of shit, and it sounds like, okay, we're going somewhere good, and then you say something completely batshit that wipes it all out. Destiny has never and will never get a fucking pentakill. Why did you think that was a good thing to say?
You're gaslighting him. You're nuke lighting me. You clearly never saw him in his Darius gameplay with Mr. Mouton giving him support while he's dunking on people, talking about how base Derek Chauvin is for putting his knee and murdering a human.
When did Destiny ever say that?
What?
When did Destiny ever say he's good for that?
Probably sometime last year, or 2 years ago.
You can't make claim. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm engaging seriously again. My mistake. Do you think Harry Potter or Gandalf would win?
I don't care about that shit. I'm in high school.
You don't need to be in high school. Do you not watch Lord of the fucking Rings? You
Well,
think
I'm
Lord
not
of
a
the Rings
fucking
was made
soy
for
jack
fucking
bat
high color?
chesting fucking child anymore, so I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, a much more interesting question to me would be, why do people hate Cyberpunk? And it's because Cyberpunk said to them that they're a piece of shit for owning a graphics card, and they're a privileged piece of fuck for being a gamer at all. And that's why a whole bunch of people were like, actually, I don't like Cyberpunk because it made me feel bad and sad. And it's like, yeah, because you're a privileged fucking autistic gamer, you piece of
Do
shit.
you think it might have had anything to do with all the glitches?
It's called Cyberpunk, not Cyber Perfect. You don't go to a punk rock show and cry that the fucking music's out of tune. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but your guitar seems to be a little twingy when it should be a little bit more twangy. And then they'll take their fucking beer and throw it at your fucking face. Like, that's punk. They don't give a shit. Right? And like, Destiny tried to do the whole punk thing, but he never admitted it because he kept adhering to the fucking sword. He kept saying, like, actually, I'm not edgy, right? You know, while he's being edgy. Like, it blew me away. Like, he could have had the ability to pull a Hassan, right? To double down on the edginess and say, yeah, I fucked your mother, right? Like, yes, but instead he didn't. He kept falling back. I don't know if it's because he's afraid or if he's just lazy. Right? I don't know, but that it is what it is, right? So, you know, I mean, GG, man, he lost. He lost in fucking Twitch just like he lost in League of Legends. And it's G fucking G, which makes it even more tasty. This is why I fucking love this shit, especially the fact that Lycan and Sondsol, fucking IRI, and all these people are like, oh, blue, my daddy dead. My daddy dead. And it's like, yeah, that's right. He committed wordly. But he fucking fought. He lived by the sword. He died by the sword. And now you guys, you still can't understand why it happened. So you cope in all these other outlandish ways, like attacking Josie or Anavor.
We understand why it's happened.
Fucks.
We understand why it's happened.
Liberal
we just
fucks.
think it's
Charmhole,
stupid.
calm down. What the fuck?
Sorry. I'm watching you play Apex and like get these headshots.
No, it's fine. Listen, this is the last game because look, I'm half and half on whether this has become good content or not. I feel like you're all just shouting at each other.
I don't even know what the fuck. I've been trying to figure out what his fucking point is this entire time. I thought that he was going to actually make a point about
we will
Destiny,
not at all get a point. We enjoy what little content we can milk from this, but the
notice how they're nuke lighting me, chat. Notice how they're nuke lighting me, which is gaslighting in real time. You notice how they're doing that to me? They're like, actually, you haven't made a point. You're just talking air. Like, yeah, I'm like saying all this.
If you've made a point, then explain it to me.
But then they just say that I'm not. And therefore, in their head, they think they've won. Like, how fucking tragic is that?
Well, that's because I only have one voice in my head. Obviously.
I honest to God, I pity you people. Holy fuck. That's just...
How many of the voices in your head pity me?
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5? Oh, you only have 5 voices in your head? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, sorry.
What a fucking loser.
Yeah. I know, I gotta upgrade. I gotta level up when it comes to my schizophrenia. I'm getting there. Don't worry.
You need to do at least 900 mix of fucking LSD to get another voice in there. All right. Otherwise,
1v1 Rocket League. My neurons are faster than yours. I guarantee you, you're shit at Rocket League. 1v1 Rocket League. And here's how nice I am. Even if I pound your ass into the fucking grass in Rocket League, I'll still say, hey, you know what? This is how you get better. This is how you go for the ball. This is how you do a flip. Hey, you might want to rebind your keys.
Shit talk people that like Lord of the Rings, but then talk about fucking Rocket League like a fucking elementary school
because I'm leveling up. That's how it goes. I'm sorry.
Do you have a collection of fidget spinners too, or?
That's why I game, dude. Controllers are like the original fucking fidget spinners. Like, hello? Like, have you heard of a mouse and keyboard? Like, that is the fidget spinner. You play with an Xbox controller. That's the fidget spinner. You literally have
these look. We're on fidget. Let's get this back on track, right? I think Sondsol has been quite an outspoken, defender of like some of the recent stuff. Like, I think you've spoken out about some of the shit with regards to Destiny. And Charmhole, you're kind of a Destiny critic. Do you have any comments on Sonsol's coverage of recent drama and Destiny's ban?
Fuck, I pity him. I truly, honest to God, pity him. Just like I pity IRI. It's this massive amount.
3/5 of you pities me. All right. Be
3/5. More than half of me pities you. The other half, I don't want to say because I might get in trouble. But no, so like I truly pity you, and I hope you get better. I'm sorry that your daddy died on Twitch. I'm even more sorry that you have to lash out at Charmhole instead of having a moment of introspection and wondering why you are actually the one who is wrong here because your daddy died on Twitch. So I truly hope you get better. And I know I'm saying that in an edgy way. And I know you probably don't believe me anyway, but honest to God, truly I swear, I really do hope you get better because, again, I want humanity to be a type 2 civilization. I want us to get out there in the stars, right? Like, I want us to be better. I want you to be better. And it starts with you. And I'm saying, Sondsol, really, please, before you fall asleep tonight, when you're just about to fall away to dreamland, I want you to think about this conversation we had today and know that truly I want you to be better and that you should maybe think that possibly you were wrong to defend him. And yes, it does hurt.
Which part of
your
it?
daddy died
Which
on
part
Twitch.
of it? Yeah,
but
which
you
part
need to
of
be better.
why I
You need
said
to
was
understand
wrong?
why.
Just say one part of what I said that was wrong. Like,
One
what
part
specifically?
of what you said specifically
Yeah,
that I
like what
haven't
have I said
already.
that's wrong?
Okay. Wait, does it have to be something new, or can I repeat what I've already said you were wrong on?
Just
If you
one.
repeat it, you have to be succinct.
Okay, so earlier you were talking about why Destiny was so great, right? Because he would do clout sharing with Twitch poll.
I think that's pretty good.
I think the reason why that's not as nice as it would seem is because he's still forcing them to do content with him, right? Like, yes, he's
But wait, what do you
technically
mean?
content.
How the
Oh
fuck
my,
else are you supposed to share the clout?
what? Okay, like, I don't understand how I can get you to better understand, like, how, like,
I just asked you a
someone's
question, a clarifying one at that.
Okay, wait, what?
So how else, besides like, doing content with Destiny, is he supposed to share clout with people that are smaller creators than him
Okay, so
in a meaningful
you're-
way?
okay, so I'm saying that him sharing the clout is the bad thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Why?
Okay. Because he has a history of bad things. Okay. He has a history of, say, ending his podcast with Trihex because he said he'd rather say the hard R in private than be his friend. He said that live on the Raj Royale before it became
Here is that it's really disingenuous for me to continue the conversation with you if you privately still use hard R, the most contextually offensive word in modern American English language, or whatever you want to call it, dude. I'm not sure. It sat with me very problematically when you admitted that. I wish I had a more objective way to frame that, but just in terms of feelings, to me that wasn't cool.
Well, listen, I love you a lot, buddy. I mean, like, I enjoy talking to you and I enjoy interacting with you. If you legitimately think because of jokes that I say privately or whatever that I'm racist, I mean, that's completely on you for you to believe. I don't reach into your... Wait, hold on. I don't reach into your private life to figure out like what you say or don't say that I may or may not like it if you say it around me. I mean, if you think that like you can get offended, or if you don't like something, or not even get offended, but if you feel like something I say is like actually like a judgment to you or disrespectful to you in some private manner, I mean, that's completely for you to
right. He said that I mean, I think you all know the reason why he got unpartnered, right? He said that, right? So the moment that he clout shares to someone, like, imagine if he rated me and wanted to talk to me, right?
Like
I would say, I would have to say,
Which of the voices in his head is he going to talk
however,
to?
I have to disavow you because I wholly I disapprove of most of your fucking positions. You understand? Like, and
Okay.
so you're trying to say that he would be blessing me with viewers, and I would have to say, thanks for the viewers. However, I disavow you and all of your politics because I don't trust you and I don't respect you. And I especially don't respect anybody who would follow you. Do you understand?
Sorry, I
Well, the
just
people
took
that would
my
come
meds. Did I say
to
something
watch you
weird?
after you debate Destiny would be people that don't like Destiny, right? Which there are a lot of.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. So
then you would want
no,
those
right.
people.
Okay. Wow.
But why would
Okay.
you be upset at him for bringing those people to? Why would you? He's putting you in front of all these people that fucking hate him, right? And now you're getting all of these viewers of Destiny hate viewers, and you would be like happy to have those people, right?
Right. So you're saying, this is incredible. I love this actually. So you're saying that his hate raiders raiding into me would then become love raiders?
Wait, I'm so sorry. You just said that you didn't want any of the Destiny viewers. Do you think that they would stick
Right.
around and watch you, or do you think that people that don't
Let
like
me
Destiny would
clarify.
come through and
I
watch
don't
you?
want any of his fans. And if I did want any of his fans, right, I would want to say, I would tell his fans, like I'm telling you, you should disavow him and listen to me. You should say, this is why he is wrong, and this is why Charmhole
I've done
is
that
right.
before.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So, okay, right. And this is why, okay, but like, so the point of me saying that, right, was you asked what specifically I had a problem with you, where I disagreed with you, right? This is me saying, like, this is where I disagreed with you, and then you're shifting the goalposts, which I appreciate.
What is the
You're
goalpost
saying
that's
because
shifting?
you went from, because okay, but do you understand how you saying that, okay, but there's still some people who would enjoy you, right? Do you understand how you're submitting to me that I still would have to disavow all of the evil people who do approve of him and do follow him, and how him rating me with his quote unquote hate raid would still be like, this is why I have to disavow him. You understand like how that would be
Wait, why are you
possibly a
assuming that
net
he's hate
negative?
rating you? Why do you assume he's hate rating you just because he's talking to you?
Because I'm saying, okay, if I don't like him, and again, I'm not saying he shouldn't do this or shouldn't be able to hate raid me. Of course not. I'm not saying this, but I am saying, right? Because you asked again, like, specifically do we disagree here, right? And you said, well, a point of his altruism is that he would raid somebody with his higher viewer count to somebody who has a lower viewer count. So I used myself as an example. So if he did do that to me as an example, it would still, yes, mostly qualify as a hate raid, right? Because
Not a
obviously we
raid.
heard the
I'm
clip
saying
earlier.
you were talking about arguing with him. Why are you talking
Right.
about raiding now?
Okay, well, okay, so he rated me and we're arguing on chat, right? Because that's usually what he would do. Like, say he would, I don't know, raid Doobie or some shit. And he'd be like, or, you know, raid
No.
he'd raid
hold on.
IRI or somebody who's live, right? Like,
You're talking about rating, as in like hosting.
okay, so right, but then he would pop into my Discord, right?
No, that he would usually debate. He's going to debate you on his stream and get money from his chat. Why would he give all of his viewers
my
to
God.
you and then debate you?
Because it's my hypothetical and I can make it be whatever I want. Reality can be whatever I want in my hypothetical. That's why. But like, okay, so like,
Well,
let's
you have
just
5 different realities, I guess.
okay, so like, okay, oh my God, listen, you asked why him rating somebody who has lower viewer count could possibly be a bad thing. This is all
I didn't
I'm
say
trying
rating.
to say.
I said platforming.
Okay, how is a raid not a platform? When you raid somebody, you literally host their content on your channel. How are you not platforming?
Raid is sending all of your viewers over to that channel, and those
Yes,
people
and
can
anybody
then just leave. But if
right, and then, and this is how a raid works, you also host them. So when you host them, that means after he's gone offline and has taken his stream down, that means anybody who then goes to his stream, it'll say Destiny is now hosting Charmhole, and it'll have my stream.
He's hosting your
He's
platform. That's
literally
not
platforming.
having him on his platform.
How is it not? What?
Because it's not you and him making the same content together.
That's
How do you not understand this?
So the end result of both of these cases is that whoever Destiny rates or platforms or shows on his stream is exposed to the DGG pedophiles, and that has a harmful effect on anyone.
Well, to be fair, I think most of DGG can't be pedophiles because they're children. So, but no. So again, and I want to help them out. So when I talk shit about GGers, again, when I say like I literally pity them, I truly pity them, just like I pity Soundsol's inability to understand how rating somebody and hosting somebody is also not platforming them, right? Like I pity your inability to understand this, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to help you to try to understand this. Okay, do you understand? Whereas somebody like Destiny wouldn't give a shit about help. No, I take that back. He has generally tried to help people understand things, right? Which of course would then mean that they would try to understand where he's coming from, right? So then that's like a part of his soul in their soul, right? Like that's a part of him that's in them, right? Just like a part of me is now in you, right, Sondsol? Because again, before you go to sleep tonight, you're probably going to be hearing my voice and how I dunked on you today, right? Like this is what this is what I'm saying.
Dude,
it's like he is giving him a part of himself.
I was having premonitions about this conversation, all right? I was hearing your voice before I jumped in. That's why I came here.
Yeah, okay.
It was my second voice, all right? I'm still trying to build up to the third.
Right. So you're getting better. You're almost there.
I'm
right?
almost there.
Like, yeah, truly, you're almost there. Like Stylo Mile, that's the funniest, worst shit I've ever seen in a chat. Holy shit. All right, anyway. Again, like so when you hear my voice, like you're understanding then this is how like your brain is hosting me. It's platforming me. You are platforming me like in yourself, right? Like this was my original issue with Destiny, because you're trying to say that he's being altruistic by giving people a raid of himself, right? Or his viewers, or even having them on his stream. Like if he put me on his stream and actually debated me, which he wouldn't because he's a pussy, and also he's banned on Twitch, so he can't, right? So like, but if he did, right, you're trying to say that would be altruistic. And I'm trying to say that would be me kneeling to Destiny. That would be me saying, much like I'm kneeling to Chud Logic, I'm literally kneeling here. I'm saying, Chud, thank you fucking God for having me in here so I can post my vibrations to these thousands of people watching you right now, right? Like, so when you do that to Destiny and Destiny does that to somebody else, right? Like, yes, it's mostly altruistic. However, it's still a part of him, right? We can't separate ourselves from Chud Logic right now because we're on his fucking stream. Just like if Destiny, even though altruistically brought somebody on with no viewers and no viewer onto his thing, yes, it's technically nice, but then you cannot separate them from ever being a part of Destiny. Do you understand?
Well, I think so.
Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. And when
really quick.
Okay, do you get it, Sondsol?
I'm not sure. Are you saying that it's not it's bad for like the communities to have some overlap?
That's inevitable. The overlap is inevitable. But again, I'm specifically talking about him platforming, because again, yourself, you said that the reason why he is doing a good thing, right, is by helping out streamers who are not as popular as him, right? So I'm saying it's not all good because he is an unpartnered streamer and now he is a banned streamer. Like, he did not care so much about helping as he did destroying. And I think that's pretty evident from where he is now, and especially how all of his, like you heard IRI on here earlier, if you did, he was incredibly depressed. Like, yeah, there's no hope there. It's all cope, right? I will absolutely be huffing that hopium all day, right? Like if Hassan got banned, I'd be coping, but also I'd be hoping, I'd be like, how do we grow from here? But I think that he fostered a community that was far more negative than positive. Like this is the issue here. And I know that because I've been assaulted by him and his fans many fucking times, to the point where I'm banned from 50 fucking channels. Like, so like, yes, I'm coming from a very personal point of view. Yeah, because yes, I did want to grow on Twitch and become better, and instead I have all these assholes who fucking love and follow him calling me all these horrible fucking things because they chimp clip my shit. They take my stuff out of context, right? And they say, you said all these horrible things. And I'm like, yeah, but I said mostly good things. I'm like really, really trying to help. And while yes, I think Destiny said some good things and he did truly help people. And again, I am saying, I think it's fucking impressive that he can play video games and debate at the same fucking time. I think that's a net positive. Hell yeah. However, I think most of his content was net negative because it's all about tone policing, woke scolding, and even though he was just woke scolding the woke scolders, it's still woke scolding, right? Like, I want him to be better. I wanted him to be better, and now it's never gonna fucking happen unless I go on YouTube, which streaming on YouTube fucking sucks, by the way, and especially on Facebook, because you gotta like make a Facebook fucking page and like link it to that shit. It's just a fucking hassle. Whereas Twitch, Amazon does make it easy. You pop in, you pop out. You pop in with your goofy ass emotes, you link yourself to the streamer, and it's all connected and it's all incredible. And I fucking love this platform and I love this site. And it pains me. It really does fucking hurt to see the fact that I'm banned from so many fucking places just because my shit gets cut out of context. And while I understand it, right, it still does pain me. And I hope people could be better and really try to understand the fucking nuances of this shit, the nuances of politics specifically. So when I get banned for 7 days and people are like, don't you think you deserved it because you went into a Twitch politics streamers and you came in with a dissenting opinion? I'll be like, no, fuck no, I don't think I deserved it. I was
you
coming
tell
in
him,
with a dissenting
Charmhole.
opinion. What?
Okay, I've got an important question though.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I cannot fit your nuts in my mouth. They're too large.
Okay, I wasn't going with that. I just want to point out that the reason that happened, though, let's be honest with ourselves, is because you went into some Ukrainian streamers' chat and were posting the Russian flag colors, right?
Right. Okay, again, this, like that, first off, that's not evil.
What's the
Second,
problem?
it's, okay, this is the essence of Twitch poll, and this is the essence of why Twitch is broken because of Destiny and DGGers, because you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I don't live by the sword. I don't ban people. If you come in with a dissenting opinion in my chat, I will never ban you. I've never banned anybody. I don't even ban fucking bots, and I probably should, right? Like that's the thing, right? Is like, if you platform yourself, one, you're already out in the open. You are literally asking for people to come observe you, right? You are literally saying, observe me, right? And then if somebody observes you, and the beauty of Twitch chat is that you automatically have this connection to the streamer, right? Like unheard of before, right? You could kind of do it with radio with call-ins and shit, right? And like live television with audiences and shit. But Twitch has this ability where it really is like you're in a stadium full of people, and you're like, hey, does anybody else hate it when you can't find the keys to your car? And everybody goes, oh my God, yeah, I'm that person, right? But you can hear individually every single person in your fucking ear say like specifically exactly what they're saying. So when I go into the stadium and I give a dissenting opinion, when you're in a stadium giving a fucking speech about your specific politics, and you go, hey, that guy said something I don't like, get him out of here, kick him out of the stadium, you know what, arrest him, fucking arrest him, right? Like that's insane, right? Like even Trump, at least Trump
That is
let
insane,
people
dude.
like let the press into his fucking stadium shit, right? But like I absolutely disagreed with the fact that he would be like, now get him out of here, ban that person, right? Like that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Yeah, they're in there giving a dissenting opinion. Now, if they go up there, right, and if I like just started spamming that shit, right, and calling him like slurs, like I understand why if Trump is giving a big speech and somebody comes in with a fucking Mexican flag, right, and says we will not be silenced or some shit, and like they like go up onto the stage and they're like screaming and they're holding up the Mexican flag, right? What I personally, I think that's fucking awesome and based, but do I think they need to go to fucking jail for that? No. I think that's awesome, and if anything, it does help Trump, because everybody's going to be watching that and be like, damn, look at that fucking Trump propaganda. That's hella Trump propaganda, right? So if I go into a fucking streamer who's in the stadium saying, here I am, here's all of me, you know, come dissent, and then I say, hey, here's my dissent, and he goes, banned from Twitch, like get this guy out of here, like ban. Actually, you didn't ban me, which is funny, and also it might not be the reason why I am banned, but who knows? It just happened to happen at the same time, right? But right, like if you come in and you're asking for dissenters, and then somebody dissents and then says, hey, they need to be banned, like how are you not the evil piece of shit? Like I don't get that. To me, like it doesn't
Did
make
you
any
ask
sense.
him to get unbanned?
What? No, I just ate the 7-day ban.
Oh, okay.
And actually, they didn't ban me from the channel, so which suggests to me that it probably wasn't them was the reason why I got 7-day ban. It was probably because of a obsessed DGGer who fucking hates me because I can play video games and dunk on them politically at the same time.
Wait, so if he didn't even ban you, then why did you just talk for fucking 5 uninterrupted minutes about how evil he was for deplatforming you?
Well, for the possibility, I'm not saying it was. The point was more about the possibility, not about what actually happened, because that's what Chud's understanding was. I was going off of what Chud's understanding was. Rather than trying to exonerate myself and say, oh, actually, I'm a much better person than you think I am, Chud, right? No, instead I just ran with what he was understanding in his question, and I tried to answer that.
Okay. I've got about an hour and 10 minutes before I need to speak to someone specifically.
Okay.
Cool.
So is there anything else you want to talk about, just to you know, help me out with content? As long as you're all having a good time.
Listen, I'm having a good time. I'm hearing all of the voices that he's throwing at me right now, all of the different words, and I'm trying to piece them together in some sort of coherent fashion. And it's possibly the most difficult cognitive challenge I've had in a very long time. So this is real fun for me.
Well,
awesome.
fan of Haz, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on Destiny's ban?
I think he definitely deserved it, but he didn't deserve it for the reasons that were given, which was the anti-trans stuff, supposedly. He should have been banned for basically
speaking against the murder of innocent civilians by the Russian army. Yeah, I agree. He should have been.
How are those innocent civilians killed?
Shells.
How?
They go into weapons.
But why are the shells used?
Because Russia is violating multitudes of agreements, and the Freedom of a nation.
Okay. So the actual fact of the matter is that the Ukrainians, mostly the Azov battalion, but also other groups, are using residential buildings to shoot at the Russians from out of.
The Russians, they shouldn't be in their country at all? Yeah, okay.
So that is another topic. We can have a debate on that if you want to. But you're crying about the dead civilians, which is a great shame. But we have to be honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, why are they being killed? Is it because the Russians want to kill civilians? No, it's because the Ukrainians are operating their military out of residential buildings. And let's remember this top tier meme, okay? President Zelensky, loved by all of Hollywood, actually gave all civilians weapons and instructed them to arm themselves. So even when it's not the literal neo-Nazis or you see standard Ukrainian military shooting out of residential buildings, the Russians would still have a reason to attack civilians. And this is a situation created by the Ukrainians. It is sad, I agree.
So here's my question. If they are actually, it's all these military bases, then why has nobody in, like in the maternity ward that got bombed or the children's cancer ward that got bombed, third-party observers that went and checked it out didn't find any military equipment. They just found dead
You realize there's videos and pictures of these, of the Ukrainians inside
of the dead cancer-ridden children? Yeah.
No, hold on. So there's literally images on the internet of Ukrainian military personnel operating in kindergartens, schools, residential buildings, hospitals. There's even an image or a video I just saw of the Ukrainian military transporting troops with a freaking ambulance. Okay, I'm sorry, but if you look at the facts of what's happening.
So when I asked you for proof of that, you just said there is proof. Even though third-party observers don't.
Okay, so do you want me to send the proof? I can actually.
Yeah, sure. Of the children's cancer ward and the maternity ward that got bombed, I would love to see some proof.
I don't save go on my computer, but let me look up. The last thing that I saw was them actually transporting troops with an ambulance. I've got
that doesn't speak to either of the two examples that I brought up.
Oh, so you don't want it? Okay. So let me ask you.
Because that doesn't address my point whatsoever.
Okay. So I can't talk about every single building that's destroyed. There's quite a lot of them. So that is kind of impossible if you're asking about a specific building.
Do you think that every single building in Mariupol was a military base?
No, of course not.
Then why was every single building in Mariupol bombed?
If we want to be literal, not every single building was bombed. However, why was the city? I'm going to answer your. So, the reason why Mariupol was basically raised, whatever you want to call it, is unfortunately because the Azov battalion operates primarily from there, and what they did is quite a lot of things actually. Number one, they used buses to block all roads, and they shot the tires, destroyed the engines of the buses, so none of the civilians could leave. They also just shot at civilians who were trying to attempt to leave. We have. Okay.
We can have this conversation. Wait, we can have this conversation.
Okay.
But
are you going to deny it?
No. I'm not even.
So you don't
we can get to that part.
We
can get to that part of the conversation here in a minute. What I'm asking you is, in Mariupol, there is like a nearly 100% rate of buildings being damaged in some way by Russian missiles. Can you explain to me, if not every building was a military target, why they did that?
Because they have to destroy the military of the enemy.
But they're not military targets.
And
you even said that just a couple of seconds ago. Do you want to walk that back?
Every single building is not a military target. However, I've explained
so why did all of them get bombed?
So that is because the Azov battalion, especially in Mariupol, where they're located mostly, is using the residential buildings very aggressively as places of operation. Unfortunately, the Russians made a calculation and they came up with the idea, which is not uncommon in war, to just destroy the entire city, essentially, to destroy the enemy.
How'd you feel about
Yes.
Dresden?
Dude,
So-
the firebombing of Dresden was fucked up.
Okay. So like we can actually pivot to another thing because I do have a massive.
Oh yeah, I
grievance.
would pivot away from this point too
No,
if I was you.
So let me actually address that. Let's then go back to what
Sure,
the
yeah.
sound cock was
Explain
saying.
to me again.
So-
if not
so
every
Lycan-
single building is actually being like occupied by enemy combatants,
Yes,
why is it
Sondsol,
okay to
Sondsol,
bomb
let
them all?
me let me
Yeah.
respond to the white male who accused me of being a Nazi. Haha, so funny. I am Nigerian, and you might not believe me because you're racist and you think that this guy doesn't sound black. He doesn't sound like Ooga Booga, so can't be black. I feel really good about the Nazis being destroyed. I felt good about it in the 20th century, or I would have if I had been there. However, I feel fucking fantastic seeing it happen in the 21st century, and I salute Putin for actually taking charge and denazifying parts of Europe. He's a great man. So I feel pretty good about it. As far as Mariupol goes, to put it really simply, it is just a fact of the Ukrainian fighters aggressively using residential buildings as places to operate from. And that caused the Russians, whether you agree with it or not, to decide to basically just bomb the entire city.
And
Like,
why
that is-
isn't? Let me ask you. Let me ask all this. Which is something I really don't get. Right, like all the tech censorship notwithstanding. Right, why isn't Zelensky the fucking evil person here? He's the one saying, "I'm gonna fight Russia and let all of his people die." Why aren't people going like, "Yo, Zelensky, you let your people fucking die, bro"? Like that to me is just, I don't know. It seems so plain as day, and yet instead, like the Oscars are like giving him fucking fake awards for being such a fucking hero, and it's like, dude, you let your people fucking die.
I agree that like making him into some sort of like war hero is like a little bit cringe, but I think that it's like disingenuous to say that people that are fighting for their country not to be invaded by a foreign power is some sort of like weird fucking horrible thing on the part of that president for
Okay, but you
fighting
can't
an invasion.
Okay, but like, look, you can't say that the problem is people dying in a war, right? Like that's
You
of
can if they're
course that's gonna
civilians,
happen.
yes.
And
if
if
they're
you are going to
invading
say
with
that's
no
the problem,
reason,
then
then
you
yeah, you
have
can
to
say that's a
admit that
problem.
Zelensky's the main person who allowed them to die.
Why?
Like, hello?
So, would you call a woman who got raped the problem if she got
No.
beat the fuck up because she resisted?
Now I know you're a DGGer.
That's a
What-
pivot.
Well,
What a
you
wonderful
brought up
analogy
rape,
that
you
was.
brought up rape analogy so many times.
What
I
are you
just thought that
talking
maybe you
about?
connect.
No, I don't
So,
know.
Sondsol, let me explain to you what this Zelensky that you love is doing.
I don't
So in
love
you-
Zelensky. I just said I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
care about him.
Yeah, okay, dude. You're as much of a war criminal as he is in my eyes. You and your fucking...
Whoa.
Okay, actually,
You do
I mean,
realize
you
that
just
you are
said that
insane,
you just
right?
said that it's
Like,
totally
you are
fine to bomb
absolutely
and blast an
batshit
entire city
insane.
if you
You
think
called
that they're
Vladimir
Nazis.
Putin
Yeah.
one of the biggest dictator in the fucking world right now. Maybe not the biggest despot, but absolutely one of the most
Dictator.
awful fucking dictators. Absolutely. Go ahead, please. Try
This
to
guy
validate the
called Putin.
95%
Oh,
fucking
no.
elections. Okay. There is no
Oh,
country in
no,
history that
no,
has
no.
ever had a fair election at that rate. The idea that you would come in here and say that Vladimir Putin is a good person shows you haven't followed Russian shit for
I said
the
he's a
last 10
great
minutes.
person. I said he's a great person, great man.
A great
I
person
respect
for
him a lot.
bombing an entire fucking city because
Yes,
there might be some
yes.
civilian targets wielding weapons within the city.
I
You're
didn't
out
say
of your
good.
fucking
I
mind,
didn't
and I
say
would
good.
love to know
Don't
what
ban
war
me.
crimes you think the United States or anyone else in the West is evil for while you're defending this.
There's plenty of them.
Why are you talking about America? I didn't even get to that part, my guy. Anyway, so I've got quite a few things to say here. Fuck, dude. Like,
I still
I
want an explanation because you guys keep on pivoting away when there's something that's like slightly
You're
inconvenient
not
for
letting me
you.
respond,
Educate
you
us on
fucking
everything,
monkey.
fan of Haz.
So okay, so
what?
I think I was talking about Zelensky, like what he's done and what these criminal liberals are doing, trying to have these Reddit battalions, these volunteers go in and die, young men and women. For what? Just to die. Anyway, so what
How do you feel
Zelensky
about the
has
young
done?
men and women that
invaded.
Putin
No,
had
come on.
killed?
So what Zelensky has done and why I despise, I don't want to say the person because he's not human, quite frankly. So what Zelensky has done
Did you
is
say subhuman? Oh shit.
no, he's completely non-human. He's not subhuman. He's non-human. So what this devil has done is he has.
I love you, Chad.
Instead-
I gotta go.
No worries, Lycan. Thanks for hanging
Yeah,
around.
you
Catch
better
later.
run. You better run. Goodbye. A
Submitted.
suspected pedophile has left. Anyway, so Zelensky.
Jesus fucking Christ. Are you okay,
okay.
dude?
So when this started, when this
Can I just
war
say, you
started-
you call everyone else paedophiles a lot. I'm just wondering if that's projection.
He got really
No,
offended
it's
when
not.
Lycan brought up Dresden. I wonder if there's like something underlying here.
see
A
Chud,
pedophile
these-
Nazi, maybe?
see Chud, these American monkeys do not believe that I'm black because of the way that I sound. They want me to speak Ebonics. That's the only thing that they'll accept.
You're the only person that's bringing up race this entire time. Are you okay? dude?
You've made many implications that I am a neo-Nazi who would like
How many implications?
both
Between
of you
3 and
made one.
5?
Both of the potential pedophiles made one such.
How many voices are
implication.
going on in your head?
Just the one.
Just the one? Okay, so you're not on my level. I got 2. Okay, so again,
I have
I'm going to
5.
ask you. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Okay, so this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've asked you. Okay, why is it okay to bomb all of the civilians in Mariupol? Right? Why is it okay for Russia to invade into Ukraine? Why is this okay? But it's bad for them
two
to defend
questions. I
themselves.
hope you allow me the time to
Sure,
answer
I'll let
you.
you. Yeah.
So
I'll let you
number
talk a lot.
one, why is the well? You're asking questions. It's
Yeah,
easy to ask questions.
you just
so
won't
anyway,
answer any of
so
them.
no, I'm going to answer. So number one, the reason why I believe that the invasion was justified was due to what I view as a genocide on the Russian population, and second, we can go deeper into that if you want to. And secondly, because of the obvious NATO threat. So those would be the 2 reasons. I think that you've had these arguments before, so we can go into it if you want to, or we can just kind of,
Sure, which
you
one
can
do you
just
want to
accept
do
it.
first?
But I was going to answer your second question.
Sure, go
or
for it.
other questions, like about Zelensky, for example. Actually, lay
That
out
was
all
my
your
question.
questions. Lay out all your questions. I'll put them on a notepad and I'll answer it all.
Let's start with
Thank you.
this. Why is it okay for Russia to invade Ukraine?
Okay, so even the Western media or the Western sources agree that 14,000 people have died since 2014, before this invasion.
Okay, I'm bored.
Okay.